it hard. The homie calling from a cell, a couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well, not worry about taking a couple of L's.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll run on first down. Peyton stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Peyton. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down now, Peyton. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 31-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deacon Jones just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Come to me, it's me.
Back to throw. Stewart. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Peyton, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Peyton. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On fourth down, Stewart. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Mike 54. 18.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's where you belong.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Calvin Johnson, the intended receiver, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Gun. 14. Gun tight.
To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun, Wilson under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. We're scoreless after one. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Peyton, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Peyton, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's James. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. On third down. It's James, and this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Looking to throw. Stewart. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Go. Let's go double count right here, double count.
Now Wilson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Good job right there. Double dog, that's the way. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54, Mike 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. You look. Coming. Pick the edge. Go. Check 3.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Wilson picked off by his former running mate Richard Sherman, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now Saquon Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 35-yard line.
Check. Watch 54.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Defense, let's go. Check 9. One left. Slam. Hey, 0-0-0.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll find Galladay, that's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. This will be, 38 yards out. Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might have
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, hey. What we got? Whip. 36 power. Watch the whip.
They'll go to Barkley again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Don't be mad. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Here we go.
On third down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 22.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.